That's a thing we do. We do a show.
See, Phoenix time screwed him up. Should stay on Pacific time.
I know, because I wasn't here on time. I'm over by a minute. Fuck. All right, let's do this.
Distance nerding.
I'm being loud in the hotel room, and now my neighbors hate me. Well, what up, everybody?
Are they considered neighbors in a hotel room?
I don't know. Are they? They're not roommates.
Hey, are you?
Well,
It's the person.
You had hotel roommates. It'd be a different story.
I know.
What are you staying at?
Is the I'm waiting for somebody to just bang on the wall like, shut the fuck up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, if you're nasty, and you know what that means. You are now watching and listening and experiencing Distance Nerding.
Part of the Comic-Con Radio podcast family.
Oh, look at him trying to steal your line. That's adorable.
I know. I jumped on it quick.
He can't say he remembered now at Atten. It's SHDU.
28 years later, excuse me. 28 years later, his beard still isn't any longer. It's Jahmez 5000.
Still not beard strong.
That intro was longer than my beard. And he's the janitor of the Puppy Bowl. It's young Phil.
And I smell like dog shit. It's terrible. Yeah.
And we're
here to nerd.
Yeah.
Together.
Yay.
Wait, we're all in different states right now.
We
are.
How cool is that? Okay. But either way, we're talking about anything pop culture, news, movies, food, music, wrestling, comics, whatever you're nerding out on. We want to talk about it.
Yeah, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on all the social media places. If it exists, we are there on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Threads, YouTube, on Blue Sky, Discord, all at Distance Nerding. And of course, if you would like to shoot us an email or, tell us all the things that you enjoy or hate about everything, you can do that. Shoot us an email at your favorite place. It's
kind of weird watching like young Phil's hotel room in the back. Feels like I'm on Pornhub or something and waiting for something to happen. And this is like a really long intro.
You learn my secret.
That's your first thought?
You learn my secret. I'm filming new content for the OnlyFans.
There you go.
Good. I will expect my my payment soon.
Well, you got to get here and do the 3 penny
Look, it's
It's nerding at AOL.com, and we will read it live on air. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here as the jokes have been going on. I am currently in Phoenix, Arizona for work, but I was not going to not do a show. So brought my equipment. I'm here. Jahmez is still in the Sacktown area. SHDU, actually, no. It's still in Oklahoma. Still in Oklahoma, potentially in Arkansas. I don't know. He's in different places.
I'm somewhere in that tri-state area.
He's a multi-state kind of guy. Sometimes he might be in Texas.
It just it just depends.
Yeah.
Depends where the monkeys are, because that's what people go to Arkansas for, is to buy monkeys. Isn't that right? Don't they sell monkeys there?
Something about depends. I mean, I don't know if we're old enough for that, James.
Well, hey, some of us are. So let's keep the show going while we still have a chance.
Did you poop yourself?
This just got dark.
Well,
that's not good. You see a doctor about that if it's dark.
Yeah, it might be. If it's dark, there might be blood in your stool, so you might have to check that out.
Oh, good to know. Thanks, Dr. Phil Eep.
Oh, God. Do not ever call me. Do not ever relate me to that man.
We'll be right back.
Well, we'll be right back. Well, you have now stumbled onto the best more than likely worst kept secret on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching The Download. Mom, get the dude wipes. Jahmez, get the dude wipes.
Oh my god, I remember that like in the hotel lobby. I'm like, oh, things are going down in the hotel lobby.
Shadu's like, who shot themselves?
This is what happens at the Comic Cons we go to.
I know it's
God.
you have for some of the stories. It is ridiculous. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into this. This week on deck, we have got the Geek End Update.
Geek End Update. I don't know.
That works.
Stuff's happening.
The Download.
Jesus Christ. Jesus sequel Christ. How about that? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I can't wait to get to the download because there's a story in there. It goes back to like the very first episode or something.
Oh my god. All right. And then of course, we are switching it up and ending it with starting rumors.
Is Sony finally listening to us fans? Finally, blessedly.
No.
No.
Finally.
Finally, The Rock has come back
to Phoenix.
All right.
You know, I was wondering if you still had the soundboard, but I am pleasantly surprised.
Oh, I told you I brought the studio with me. Everything.
No, great.
He has the soundboard, but ask him if he packed an extra pair of underwear.
I did.
That's a lie.
No, I did. You want to see?
Oh,
I'll go
okay,
get it.
here's one. Ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Did you remember toothpaste? Because every time we go to a con, you forget goddamn toothpaste, and you're like, "Hey,
I need you
Jahmez,
to.
can I borrow some toothpaste?"
Yeah. No, I did actually. I did. We have a travel one now, and I made sure I grabbed it.
Look at you growing up.
I know, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into all the things that we got to talk about tonight, because there's a lot.
But first,
let me get a shout out.
Woo!
Shout out to Dubby.
Dubby is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus concentration and reaction time with no jitters or crash. No multi.
I'm sorry, that was late reaction because I had already hit the button. I was like, all right, I give up.
You know what? You sound like you need some Dubby for your reaction time. No maltodextrin, sugar, fillers, artificial colors, or dyes, and it is keto friendly. Dubby contains neurofactor to help give your brain focus and clarity, and the 150 milligrams of caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins help you stay alert and energized. Find out more at dubby.gg. Use the code NERDING10 for 10% off at checkout. Once again, that is NERDING10 for 10% off at checkout.
That's right. In place of Dubby, I am drinking a Cuba Libre because
Oh, okay. It's one of those shows.
because free alcohol at the hotel.
Oh, hell yeah. Do they have Malort?
They did not.
Oh.
No, fun enough. So I've never heard of this hotel brand ever. Then I go look it up. I'm like, okay, well, what kind of like how big is this company? And like they're big name players. They have hotels on the Orlando resort.
Ooh. Okay.
Disney,
right.
the Disney and the and the Universal resorts. Like they have
Damn. All right.
hotels. So it's called Drury.
Okay.
I had never heard of it, but then like I check in and they're like, so we have free breakfast and dinner. And you also get free
dinner?
Yeah.
Sure, all right.
And they're like, yeah, and you also get 3 drinks with your meal. And I'm like, I like this place.
Wow. All right. Yeah, I'm in. Let's do
And
it.
it's not like a low end hotel. Like it's nice. It's a nice hotel.
Yeah. From your background that we can see, I would definitely film a Pornhub video there. You know what I mean? Like it's quality.
Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah.
Right there in that chair. That's what.
Oh
what,
yeah. There you go.
All
Just
right, okay,
sit
all right.
there,
We don't-
right next to the bed. There you go. Yeah, we're all good.
We don't need a tour. Okay, let's keep it going.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue on here because it is now time for the Geek End update. SHDU, your mom is here in spirit because she's still in her cubicle.
Yes, she is still in the
Burning the midnight oil at her desk.
Exactly.
Still in the little hobbit hole, trying to recover.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Distance Nerding is on Comic-Con Radio. Look for Distance Nerding, even this episode and our second show, A Comic Conversation, each week on comiccon-radio.com/podcast. Someone pop it in the chat.
Just
We
not,
need to get.
Nope.
I gotta bug Galaxy
doing it.
again. We gotta
I'm doing
get
it. That is the one. You know what? That is the one thing I will not do for money. Is put that in the chat. It's the one.
There
thing.
you go. What if it's for 3 pennies? Maybe 4 pennies?
I'll consider it.
Okay.
he will do anything for love, but he
I
won't
would
do that.
do anything for money,
But he won't do that.
but I won't do that. Dun, dun,
No, who's that? Meatloaf? That was Meatloaf,
dun,
right?
That was
dun,
Meatloaf.
dun,
Yeah, that was
dun,
Meatloaf.
yeah.
What does he not do?
What did he not do? Remember, Meatloaf passed away.
Oh,
I don't know.
we're not supposed to be
I don't know
mean
something about vampires.
Rest
I don't know,
in
the video
rest
was
in
weird.
peace. Rest in peace, Meatloaf.
Yes, Weston slices.
not eat the last. Is that
I'm so sorry. I'm just taking my opportunities here.
I
his
see.
name was Robert Paulson.
I
just had to say that.
was
Anyway, moving on.
was his name actually Robert Paulson?
Yeah,
Like,
in Fight Club.
oh, yeah. I was like,
Oh.
like Rob Paulson, like
Hello, nerds.
like that guy.
Same name but different dude. But yeah, that
I
was
know.
Meatloaf's character in Fight Club. Oh, stop. SHDU, have you seen Fight Club?
He's not.
I'm just gonna
Pause.
leave.
SHDU has exited the chat.
Okay, we got some homework to do.
Dude, that is
On
a
my
movie
list.
to watch. No, that needs to be the next on your list. Like literally tomorrow or tonight, whatever. You need to watch Fight Club. That movie it's a classic, man.
I know it is.
The
I don't know
amount of
where this
references.
list is, but you need to get working on the list. Is it like buried somewhere?
No. It's not buried anywhere. I can pretty easily access it. So
All right, just did you leave it in
Easily.
Arkansas? I don't
Yeah.
know.
it's in Arkansas, right?
Easy access, just like his 3 pennies.
There you go. Okay, there we
moving
go.
on.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on here. It is now time to get into the download. Oh, wait a minute.
Nope. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Nope.
No.
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 Yes.
No. I was literally waiting for the timing on that one.
There is a weird delay. What's happening
Wait
there?
for it. Wait for it.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
know.
For-
I'm using hotel internet.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. For all the news, trailers, reactions, check out the Distance Nerdington post on Facebook. Let us know what you're nerding out on, and make sure to join the group, the Distance Nerdington post. I was on Facebook earlier today. I was chatting with some people and whatnot. I'm like, I kind of miss Facebook. I'm all over Instagram.
I think about it, but I was talking with Brian Garcia earlier from Triggered Podcast.
Shout out to Triggered.
Shout out to Triggered Podcast, or Triggered Wrestling. And the issue that I had with Facebook that like turned me away from Facebook completely was from streaming on Facebook was because we put James Gunn's name in a title and it said it blocked us and said we were trying to incite violence.
Well, maybe you were.
Wait. What was the title?
It was like or it's DC Under the Gun, but it was GUNN.
I gotcha. Oh,
Right.
that's stupid.
Yeah,
That's very stupid.
it was
It was just a miscommunication, bro. Don't hate Mark Zuckerberg and his
I do. I hate
Brazilian
him.
jiu-jitsu
I
app.
hate
No,
him
no.
and his reptilian army.
No, you know what's funny is I think Jahmez is gonna like for the next couple of weeks is probably gonna like have a soft spot for Zuck because he was on Joe Rogan, and anytime anybody's on Joe Rogan, James says he's like, oh wait, no, I kind of feel
How
for
do you
him.
feel about Graham Hancock?
He's got a lot of good points. This Graham Hancock.
Oh, God.
You know, like
He's got a lot of theories, a lot of big theories.
I'm sure James considered voting for Trump after hearing it on Joe Rogan.
Questioning my decisions. Maybe in
dystopian,
4
man.
years we'll see again.
Dystopian.
He's like,
Anyway, moving on, we have news.
Lot of news.
a lot of news.
A lot of people saying a lot
I
of
brought
things.
movies back.
A lot of people say that I brought movies back. I'm the one that brought movies to Hollywood. The people don't want to talk about
we should do more sequels. Let's do sequels.
the media doesn't want to talk about it, but I made movies. I'm the one that
It's gonna
made
be
all
a
the
hell of
movies.
a thing to transition from Trump into
I
this.
said, Jesus Christ, we need more sequels.
There we
And then I
go.
said,
Speaking of
"Do a
Jesus,
sequel on Jesus Christ.
Speaking of Jesus Christ and sequels,
Oh my
this
goodness.
is
I
not
can't
even
believe
a
this one.
joke.
No.
in all reality, and I cannot believe that we are reporting on this news. Mel Gibson recently offered an update on his The Passion of the Christ sequel, revealing the title is Passion of the Christ 2, The Resurrection Reboot.
I was hoping for Passion of the Christ to crucify this, but that's just
No. That is an inside joke from way back early in the show, right? The Resurrection Reboot. Actually, the movie is going to be called The Resurrection of the Christ, and that he is hoping to shoot next year.
It's so crazy. I remember we had Aaron Thick on, and like one of the first times we asked this question, like, what's a movie sequel that should never be remade? And some people said Titanic 2 or like Police Academy 10, and his answer was Passion of the Christ 2.
Resurrection Reboot.
Resurrection Reboot.
And
now
now it's happening.
What's funny, when this got announced, it's funny, like this got announced, and like within 5 minutes of the announcement, he texted me. And he was like, I was one word off.
It's so crazy.
Because it's Passion of the Christ, the Resurrection, right?
Yeah.
Obviously they changed it. It's the Resurrection of the Christ now, but it was the Passion of the Christ 2, the Resurrection. He was like, I was off by one word.
Hey, if George Lucas had his way, it'd be called The Revenge of the Christ. You know what I mean?
Well, it would first be called The Revenge of the Christ, then be changed to Return of the Christ.
No, it'd be Return of the Christ High.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, sorry, keep going.
Anyway,
now, Gibson said that he plans to bring Jim Caviezel back for the role of Jesus. Gibson said that he would need to incorporate a few techniques, such as CGI de-aging on Caviezel, since it's been more than 20 years since the first film. Gibson described the film as very ambitious and said the story not only covers the fall of the angels, but also the death of the last apostle.
how long is this fucking movie?
7 hours.
Very ambitious, this movie.
It's gonna be a 7 hour.
It's gonna be a long movie, longest movie ever made. Thanks,
angels
Mel.
in this movie. It's gonna.
Why do we need this? We don't need this.
Christians need this. Okay, my mom's probably gonna watch this like 17 times. So
I'm sure she will. But
and I know for a fact that Mel Gibson's goal, because he's probably pissed that 2 Deadpool movies now rank above Passion of the Christ. Right?
Oh yeah.
His goal is going to be, I need to blow Deadpool out of the water, and Jesus prevails.
From Marvel Jesus
Oh
to
my
Jesus.
God, that's so crazy.
Oh God! And in all 3 movies, he has made Passion of the Christ jokes. So I'm sure
Sandra
Mel
Betty
is not too happy about that.
I don't know if I
Sandra
can
Betty
speak
in the
on
chat.
this as a pagan. So
It'll be 2 VHS tapes long.
It'll be 10 VHS tapes long.
God,
I remember doing that. I remember
all right,
Titanic.
well,
Titanic was 2 VHS tapes in length.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well,
Anyways,
Godspeed,
thank
we'll
you,
get
Mel. Because what we needed in this world was CGI Jesus. So thank you.
CGI Jesus.
Cheers to CGI Jesus.
Cheers to CGI Jesus. Oh God, let's move
Drink
on.
his blood.
Drink
Okay.
his blood. Let's move on. We're moving on from zombie Jesus.
Okay. Speaking of rising from the dead, in 28 years later, we got some details on Ralph Fiennes'
Ralph Fiennes.
Fiennes' new role of Dr. Kelson, a character whose presence will both be unsettling and intriguing to audiences. During an interview with Empire, Fiennes shared some details saying he's a survivor and the way he's survived is very interesting. He's quite out there in his views on the world. Fiennes confirms he will have a larger role in the next film, Nia DaCosta's 28 years later, The Bone Temple. You know what I mean?
The Bone.
Which is set for 2026.
Which is,
The
of
Bone
course, where
the
Phil is right now.
bones.
Yes, which is, of course, what Phil's room is called.
Yes, the Bone Temple.
No, that is literally what this room is called, the Bone Temple.
The Phoenix Bone Temple. All right, okay. I do have a 28 years later opsis. I still can't believe we're getting another Jesus Christ movie sequel synopsis.
Oh my God, yes, we got an opsis. And I'm on the wrong page to do the opsis. All right, here we go. 28 years later, this is the first of I said the wrong thing. 28 years later, I still can't believe we're getting another Jesus movie sequel synopsis. Synopsis.
Woo.
The official synopsis for 28 years later teases sometime after the events of 28 weeks later, the rage virus has returned and a group of survivors must endure a world ravaged by hordes of the infected. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for this movie. This is going to be fun.
Hordak is on his way.
Hordak. 28 years later is the first of a planned trilogy with both of the first and second installments already filmed. 28 years later arrives in theaters June 20th, 2025. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. 5 months.
All
Give
right.
it to me.
It's not too long from now.
I'm
I'm excited, man. I like the first movie, the first two movies, so it's going to be fun to see kind of what happens from here.
I know. I'm so into it. I love that movie. I love the original movie. So good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna keep it going. Disney can't stop merging with things.
Yeah.
Disney has made a deal with streaming provider Fubo. I never thought Fubo was like a real thing up until right now.
Yeah.
I hear Fubo and I just think football, and that's
I know.
all I can think of.
This
And
is
it's
the
like
thing.
not even American football. Like I
Yeah.
think of
Like
like
soccer.
soccer. Yeah.
It always seems fake to me because their ads have like football players on it, but they're not in like real uniforms. They're like in fake uniforms. I'm like, not today, Diddy. You're not gonna fool me into clicking on something. You know what I mean?
Fubo.
So anyway.
TV.
So Fubo merging Hulu plus Live TV and Fubo's operations into a new joint venture while also settling Fubo's antitrust lawsuit against Disney's sports streaming package Venue. This is interesting. I didn't know they had beef. So I guess Hulu or Disney and Fubo had beef because Disney was trying to do like a sports centered streaming thing, even though they own ESPN.
Right.
What are you doing, Disney? But under the agreement, Disney will control 70% of the joint venture, with Fubo holding the remaining 30%. Despite the collaboration between Hulu plus Live TV and Fubo will remain their individual branding and marketing strategies. Okay. What does that mean?
Sorry. So what we're getting is the Fubo ads were so effective.
Yeah, Disney's like, I gotta buy it. I'm gonna buy it.
But also because nobody thinks of anything other than Hulu has live sports.
Right, exactly.
No, does Hulu really have live sports?
Have you not seen those commercials?
That's all the ads are about.
It's like every ad on Hulu is Hulu has live sports.
But they also own ESPN. Why are they buying Fubo? I don't understand. Okay, combined, the two platforms will have a subscriber base of 6.2 million in North America
gods.
making them the big player in the market, second only to YouTube TV, which reported over 8 million subscribers. Oh. As part of the agreement, Fubo will create a new sports and broadcasting service featuring Disney's portfolio of sports and broadcast networks. This tier will include ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, SECN, ACC, blah, 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 and ESPN. Again, they have ESPN.
What are you doing? Money.
I don't get it.
Just
I don't
money.
get it.
It's money.
Oh my god. Well, I guess Fubo is like an aggregate, right? It's not just a streaming channel.
Yeah.
It's like cable TV, and you get to pick different channels. But still, just do that with ESPN. Saves the money, but it's okay. Disney, do what you got to do. In resolving the legal disputes, Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery will pay Fubo $220 million. I don't know who's this money is just being thrown around to Fubo.
This is how much money Disney has. They're just like, we're just going to throw it away.
Fuck it. Right.
Yeah.
Let's give Donald Trump 15 million. We're going to give Fubo 220 million. Like, you're just giving money away, Disney.
Yeah.
And if the deal fails to secure regulatory approval, Fubo is still entitled to a $130 million breakup fee.
God.
Oh my god!
What the
Did
hell,
they get
man?
Fubo pregnant? I don't understand what's happening here. Where are they trying to pay out Fubo?
Ugh.
Oh my goodness! They knocked out Fubo, and now they're trying to make things right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, Hulu and Fubo are having a child, and it's going to be called Fubu.
Oh my goodness. Called Damon Dash. The lawsuit originally filed by Fubo in February 2024 accused Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers, the biggest entities in entertainment, of attempting to stifle Fubo's sports first streaming model. What? The deal is anticipated to close within 12 to 18 months pending regulatory approval.
Wait, isn't that ESPN's like whole model?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I
I
don't
don't think you invented it first. Yeah.
I don't understand how like how they're just like, yeah, we did it first. Have you not heard of ESPN? ESPN has been around for a very long time. ESPN is so synonymous with sports. It is the Q-tip of sports channels.
Totally. I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening. I know Fubo like has different channels and whatnot, but I mean, okay, change the format of your streaming platform, ESPN.
Well, you know what? Fubo, I say Fubu.
Fubu on you.
And speaking of sports, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a puppy. One of the most thrilling athletic competitions of the year is right around the corner. And as of seeing Team Rough and Team Fluff going head-to-head in Puppy Bowl 21. If that isn't enough, in honor of the upcoming Superman film, which brings Superman's beloved canine companion Krypto into the mix, fans can get an all-new look at the upcoming DC film when they tune in to Puppy Bowl 21! The annual 3-hour television event will feature 142 rescue puppies from 80 shelters across 40 states and 2 countries, as they compete in the cutest competition of the year. Puppy Bowl 21 kicks off on Sunday, February the 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time and will air across Planet, Discovery, TBS, FuboTV, Max, and Discovery Plus.
Fubu.
And Fubu.
Fubu.
Yeah. This is just like Max's way, or like Warner Brothers' way of saying, oh, you don't want to watch the Super Bowl? Okay. Puppy Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Hey
is fair,
nerds,
'cause,
no
I mean,
sports ball for you.
I mean, which is fair, because I care more about the Puppy Bowl than I do. Yeah.
See, you're the demographic.
I know.
You are the demographic for that, because the rest of us will be watching the fucking Super Bowl.
Wait, hold on. The 9th, is that somebody's birthday? Because you guys all have like a
That's
gazillion.
that's 3 days after my birthday.
Yeah, my birthday's a week later. Or a week
Yeah.
before. Sorry, a week before.
There has been days when the Super Bowl has been on my birthday, which is not fun. But
Oh, Say Wong is saying this is actually during the Pro Bowl, which even then, I'm going to be watching the Pro Bowl, not the Puppy Bowl.
right.
Yeah,
I want to
watch
watch.
the Puppy Bowl.
I want to watch football in Hawaii. Okay.
Are they back in Hawaii? Okay, well, maybe I'll
They're
watch it.
usually, I mean, I thought they always play in Hawaii, don't they?
Yeah, they decided to move it around a little bit, but I think it might be back in Hawaii. But it's all good.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna move on here.
Let's move right on.
Let's move right along. Because I am vengeance, but not DCU's Batman. Reports surrounding The Brave and the Bold have been buzzing ever since DC Studios announced the project, but director Andy Muschietti has definitively shut down one persistent rumor. Robert Pattinson, the star of Matt Reeves' The Batman, will not be the DCU's Batman.
Okay.
Muschietti addressed the ongoing chatter directly, stating, as everyone knows, the Batman featured in The Brave and the Bold will belong to the new DC universe. It's quite obvious that Matt Reeves' Batman is not part of this new universe. However, DC and Warner Brothers are moving forward with the second part of Matt Reeves' Batman series, which, as widely reported, is expected to release around 2027.
All right.
All right. Well, in a way, I'm okay with this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with the Matt Reeves Batman universe kind of being its own thing, letting it be an Elseworld thing.
Right. I didn't really expect it would be Robert Pattinson for both of them. I think that would just make it more confusing.
Yeah. The only thing like I see with this, like, I know there have been more and more persistent rumors that Alan Ritchson is being looked at for Batman.
Right.
Which I get more and more excited about because Alan Ritchson is the perfect Batman, and I keep saying it.
By the way, Alan Ritchson is also gonna be Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yes.
Movie, so.
And Passion of the Christ 3.
He comes back.
I don't know.
But now he's 6'5".
Right.
Yeah. And massive, and he's gonna punch Judas in the face.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna be condemned by every conservative in existence.
Look, I don't think any of us are Christians, so I'm sorry. But
I technically am, but I mean, like, I'm also not. I'm not like, you know. I'm not going to get into this.
Anyway, we can have all of our religious debates later.
But yeah, I know. Matt,
anyway, Batman.
Oh, I'm saying Matt in the chat saying, "Dude, Reacher as Batman would be crazy," and he is. He is the perfect Batman, and of all people, Matt, you know, in the comics, Bruce is 6'5", 220 pounds. Right. Alan Ritchson is 6'5", 220 pounds, and he has this exact build as Batman. He has the jawline. The dude is the perfect Batman. The only issue is I'm pretty sure that the man who makes corn sweat is not half as tall as he is.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, Superman doesn't need to be 6'5".
Well, commonly in the comics, Batman and Superman are the same height. So.
Well, they make Apple boxes for that. So.
That's exactly what it is.
Just like the terrible looking shoes that Robert Downey Jr. had. We just need those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or how about this? Hey, you're fucking Superman. Just fly. All right. Levitate.
Fly to be the same height as Batman.
Yeah. Never put your feet on the ground.
Oh, Matt saying that he could be absolute Batman. Sadly, I say that he's actually too small to be absolute Batman. If you're not reading Absolute Batman, you need to be reading Absolute Batman. It is an amazing story. It's for those just to catch people up on a very quick gist. Absolute Batman, basically Batman is no longer the spoiled rich kid. He is a poor guy who like kind of goes through the same deal, but he's just an average, regular, everyday person. But he's also he goes and becomes an engineer, right? So he's like super smart, but he's like massive, like he fucking dwarfs.
It's like
the regular universe is Batman.
It's like if the Incredible Hulk put his head in a microwave and hit the go button, hit the popcorn button. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He's huge. It's crazy.
He is massive.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and move on.
Phrase asking if Joker's in it.
I don't think he is.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Stark's Comic Vault saying steroids on crack. Yes.
Steroids are correct.
That is the best way that you can describe the size of absolute Batman. He is so big, it's ridiculous.
Well, Aaron, you're about to find out.
Yeah, actually,
Because
Aaron Watson, we are literally, you came at the right time. We are literally about to talk about this.
Speaking of Matt Reeves' Batman, the Batman epic crime saga spans a feature film. So we're talking about Matt Reeves' Batman. So 2022's Batman, and then a prequel comic book, The Riddler, and a spin-off series, The Penguin, which won awards. Congrats. And then a sequel that's coming in 2027 now. Ouch.
Yeah.
But connecting all of them is Matt Reeves, who oversees the expanding corner of the DC universe, which is kind of like a standalone universe, which I kind of dig.
Yeah.
It's kind of completely separate, but they're letting it expand.
It's Elseworlds, and I'm okay with that. I mean, between this and thank God the Joker movies are now. Thank God those movies are considered Elseworlds, right? But I mean, like, I love that James Gunn is really big about, like, okay, we are doing these DC movies, this connected universe, but we're going to allow creative freedom if people have good ideas and they want to do a take on a character, that you can do that take. It just won't be a part of the mainstream universe.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. And that's how comics have always worked, really.
Right.
Matt Reeves went on to say, we're talking about doing a second season of The Penguin. Of course, they're going to do a second season. But my priority is getting the Batman 2 shooting and going, Reeves said. And then it'll be exciting to see where we go from there. So he talked about doing another spinoff, season 2 of The Penguin, Batman 2. I think he's just like trying to temper expectations because they haven't even finished the script yet for Batman 2.
Right.
So.
Yeah. That's been the main issues. They've been pushing it out because he hasn't finished the script on it.
Reeves also confirmed
idea that they were talking about, but yeah.
What was that? Say it again.
I said I like the ideas that they were talking about because they were going into, doing a Hush story and kind of introducing elements of. They've already introduced elements of Long Halloween, but kind of like expanding on that, and it's kind of like I want to see more of that. I want to see them expand on Hush and everything like that. Like, I think that would be an amazing story that needs to be told.
Definitely.
I like it. Let me see. Reeves also confirmed the production is scheduled to begin this year on the sequel, which comes 5 years after Pattinson suited up as Batman Year 2 in 2022. All right. So 5 years. I mean, I think we're just so used to getting so much content so quickly that we're like, oh, we got to wait another year.
We've been spoiled for so long.
It's kind of typical, all episodes of The Penguin are available now to stream on Max, not Fubo. Warner Brothers has dated Batman 2 for October 1st, 2027.
All right.
That's a good idea, Frey. Maybe they should cast Colin Farrell in season 2 of The Penguin.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he'd be good. I don't know.
He'd be a good actor.
I don't know who you'd play, but
Yeah, I know. He could play like a henchman.
Yeah, I could see that. More of a goon, maybe.
Yeah, he'd be like some kind of goon,
Yeah, he's not that committed to it, really. He's he's not that committed of an actor.
Yeah, he's not really good at character acting. So
yeah, it's always like, it's Garfield.
He you can just always tell what character he is and everything he's in.
Anyway, and you thought MCU news was dead? A bunch of new details have been released for the upcoming limited series events Eyes of Wakanda and Marvel Zombies. Both shows will hit Disney Plus this very year. Eyes of Wakanda.
I'm just excited for that.
Eyes of Wakanda will tell the stories of brave Wakandan warriors throughout history in a globe-trotting adventure meant to expand the Black Panther franchise. The focus will be on a group called the Hatut Zaweze, with each episode showing them setting out to retrieve vibranium artifacts from Wakanda's enemies. The series Marvel Zombies, on the other hand, will serve as a sequel to that memorable What If Season 1 episode. Showrunner Brian Andrews teases, Brad and Kevin Feige loved the What If episode so much, and they were like, we need more zombies. They said, let's do a sequel to the episode, but let's do 4 episodes, like a mini movie. So we're upping the ante. It's TVMA, so we don't have to pull punches, Andrew continues. We could be a little bit more hardcore. We go for the throat. No pun intended. It's pretty wild, pretty out there. Marvel Zombies features the voices of MCU stars Awkwafina, David Harbour, Simu Liu, Elizabeth Olsen, Randall Park, Florence Pugh, Haley Steinfeld, Dominique Thorne, and Aman Vellani. Eyes of Wakanda premieres on August 6th, with Marvel Zombies set to follow on October the 3rd.
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this because if you are not familiar with Marvel Zombies in the comics, you need to go get caught up. There is a lot of time to go and read those comic books. They are amazing. Oh God, look who joined the chat. Sacramento Deadpool's here.
Woo!
Hey, we need a zombie Deadpool up in here. Sacramento Deadpool.
I would love, now that Deadpool is in the MCU, I would love for them to add, I hope they added in zombie Deadpool, because zombie Deadpool is such a fun character within that universe. Like if you read that run of the books, he's like kind of the comic relief. Right. And it is very fun. Oh, Frey said she's not a fan of Marvel Zombies.
I love Marvel Zombies. So good. It's so good. So it's such a good like spin. This is like, you know, like how DC is really good at Elseworlds. Marvel got really good at zombies.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the zombies books were really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely want to see more of that. I mean, they knocked it out of the park with that zombies episode in season 1 of What If. So I am interested in seeing kind of what they do and, you know, how far they can take it.
Sandra Reddy in the chat says, brains. Sandra, don't you have a zombie rogue?
She does. Her zombie rogue is badass.
Maybe we need a little zombie lady Deadpool. You know what I mean? Do something. But you know what's interesting?
And of course,
about
played
this?
by Taylor Swift.
Exactly. You know what's interesting? Like, you know, what is it? Disney Iger was like, we got to cut back. We got to do more. Got to do more movies. Put things back in theaters. We got to slow down the pace of things, especially Marvel, Star Wars, everything. Disney is putting out 9 different Marvel like movies or series, you know, in the theater or on Disney Plus. 9 this year. 9 times. Yeah. 9 different pieces of IP. It's nuts.
Yeah. And this is all from like Iger saying, I don't want stuff on Disney Plus anymore. Put them in theaters.
Yeah. But if you think about it, like we're getting something new like every month. In the months we don't get something, it's because it's like a series that's adding, you know, to the weeks.
Jen is here.
I just came by to say hi.
Speaking of zombies,
how's it going? Rest. Get some rest, Jen. We love you.
Love you guys.
Love ya. Oh my gosh.
Get her
sanitize those headphones.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is it like sanitizer or something?
We're gonna watch you turn into a zombie on stream.
I'll be fine.
I hope it helps their numbers.
I'm already zombie because I'm zonked out. I've had 4 of these guys.
Is it wine? What are you drinking there?
No, Cuba Libre. Rum and Coke.
Saying that, but I don't. You got to use. You've been in Arizona too long.
Speak English. No, it's rum and Coke, man.
Just say that.
It's called a Cuba Libre. You know what that means?
Rum and Coke?
No, Cuba Libre means free Cuba.
What?
A liberated Cuba is what it means, but it's because originally it was a drink that was established in Cuba.
You're trying to liberate a Coca-Cola with alcohol?
Sure, yeah.
Hey, they had a Navy at some point.
They did. I was just asked to check my phone. What's happening on my phone?
Oh no.
Things are happening. Was that our last download?
Yes, that was our last download.
Yeah. So before we jump into this, because I'm excited because I love the intro to this segment, but guys, if you are not following DeLong Family Cosplay on YouTube, they are 29 subs away right now from being able to go live on YouTube, and They want to be able to go live and do cosplay build streams and package opening. What's it called when you open
Unboxing?
unboxing? Yeah, unboxing. Unboxing things. Like stuff like that.
Unopen a box.
What do you call it when you unopen a box? What is it called? But yes, if you are not following them, guys, go and check them out. So moving on right here, guys, it's time to start some rumors.
Woo!
All right, I'm out. Going to party. Suck it, Belarus. We're gonna go party in Arizona.
Yeah, fuck you, Belarus.
Okay.
The dictator in Belarus is gonna have me shot. It's happening.
Yeah, in Arizona.
In Arizona.
Bad in life. All right, we do have a music of the night. More like music of the Snow White. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't. I don't know what I'm saying either.
Okay.
Disney Plus is developing a fresh adaptation of Phantom of the Opera. Now it makes sense. And the project might have an eye on a star. Rachel Zegler, known for West Side Story. Shazam. Was Shazam a musical as well?
No, but she was in the movie though.
Okay. And Disney's upcoming Snow White is reportedly being considered to play Christine, the young soprano who captivates the Phantom. The new film will be titled Phantom and is being directed by Kenny Ortega. Kenny Ortega's actually pretty legit.
Yeah.
Who's previously done Disney projects, including the High School Musical and Descendants. Descendants is a banging franchise. No, you guys don't know.
I know of it. I don't. I've never. No.
You don't know Descendants? You think you're so cool?
Well, no. I know what it
Descendants?
is. I know what it. Yeah, I know the whole. Yeah, I get the concept. I just haven't seen it.
Oh, my kids love the Descendants. It's so good.
I've seen one. So I've seen one Descendants movie.
Yeah,
The
you
red.
should go watch like all three of them.
What was the red? Whatever the new one.
Don't watch that one. Watch the first one.
Nah, I watched it with Jackie because she wanted to watch it, and I was like, okay, this would have been cool when I was 12.
Hey, I feel like I'm 12 when I'm watching it. It's awesome. Like we're in the car and the kids are like, put on the Descendants soundtrack. I'm like, okay, yeah. I think I should put on the Descendants soundtrack. Luckily, Dad has a Spotify playlist ready to go. So yeah, give me some Descendants. Anyway, tacos on the table. Will you go out to the theater? I mean, the other theater. No, the other theater to check out the Phantom. Because you're going to a theater to watch a theater play.
Right.
But there's a theater in the play.
Right.
So the
Well, it's an opera.
Theater.
It's an opera.
It is an opera. Yeah.
It's an opera.
That takes place in a theater.
It's on Disney Plus. So, I mean, I probably will end up watching it.
Yeah.
I don't have the same problem that everybody has with Rachel Zegler. Everybody's like having these issues with her, and everybody's complaining all over the internet. I don't have the same issues with her. I think she's a fine actress, and I think that,
Okay.
her performance.
I've only seen her in a few things, but from what I know, I like her. So.
I don't have the same problems everybody else has with her. So
You saw her in Shazam the musical?
Shazam the musical. Yes, I did. I've seen
great.
all the
She was
Shazam
great in that.
projects.
That was good.
All right. Yeah, my half there's only like there's only like half a shell on it. It's more like a tostada. There's only like half a shell on the taco.
Oh god.
And it's ever so slightly transparent. Ever so slightly. And it's kind of just like laying on the table, wobbling a little bit. Oh, yeah, they're there.
Yeah. All right.
Probably want this.
Okay. My Taco Bell tacos, but when you get them home and the shell is broken and half hanging off, like it's hanging on barely, and you're barely able to eat it. That kind of taco is
Jesus, you guys are
on the
weird.
table.
Yes, we are.
Jesus, more Jesus sequels. Great.
More Jesus sequels. By the way, the running name of the episode right now is Cheers to CGI Jesus.
All right, young Phil, where are your phantom tacos?
My tacos are on the table. I think that she is going out for the role. Now the question is does she get the role? I mean, you know, their consideration just basically means that she's the front runner. But I mean, doesn't always necessarily mean that she's going to get the role. Somebody might come in and knock out that that audition and be like, oh yeah, no, that person's going to get it. She's got a good voice.
Like Ariana Grande.
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Oh, here we go. All right.
But I think Rachel Zegler is I think she's got a good voice. And if they're going to make it a musical, as they should, because it is technically half of an opera.
Yeah.
And they should kind of like go with that like kind of route. And then I'm all for it. So yes, I would say my tacos are on the table.
That's
Next.
what I'm
Next.
talking about.
Next question, Hamid.
All right. Are you going to take the red pill if you want to defy gravity? Oh, what's happening?
I see what you did there.
The
I
Matrix.
raised myself for James to start singing, so
You don't want that to happen.
no,
Yes.
I don't.
The
No, I don't.
Do it. Do it, James.
The
James.
Matrix.
Do it. Do it. Come on. Do it now.
I think I'll try
No.
defying gravity.
Can we mute him? Is that
Wait.
possible? Can we mute? Can I mute him?
All the viewers are leaving. What's happening?
I absolutely don't regret this at all.
Okay, back to it. All right, be journalists. The Matrix franchise is gearing up for a major revival, and it could have an unexpected new face. According to a report, Ariana Grande is being considered for the lead role. All right. I like me some Ariana. So, Drew Goddard, The Cabin in the Woods, is set to write and direct the movie. And while there's no plot details, tacos on the table. What do you think about Ariana Grande joining the Matrix universe? I'm into it. Spoiler alert. I'm
Okay.
into it.
Just
No, don't crush my dreams. Don't do it.
I agree with Aaron. I agree with Aaron Watson. We don't need another one.
The Matrix has
Just
been
stop.
ruined. Let Ariana
Just
cook.
stop.
Okay.
Just stop.
The entire chat is kind of in there with this right now because like Saewong's like another Matrix film.
Just stop. You know what? Like Jesus, we should have never resurrected. No.
I like Zach Deadpool's take on it. Is the new Matrix going to be a musical?
You know, if it's a musical, maybe. But it needs to be all dubstep. No.
Oh my god, I would love that.
See?
I'd be
So
all for that.
I'm going to say my tacos made of ones and zeros, but taste like real tacos, are off the table. I don't think. I
Just
don't-
eating binary tacos.
Yeah, I don't want this to happen.
I don't know. My tacos are on the table mainly because Ariana is all over the place right now.
I mean, I could see it
more
happening.
and
I just
more
don't know.
major roles, or she's getting more and more major roles. The thing is you got to remember that. Fucking give me Matrix Christmas special. I love you, Aaron. This is
That's
why
pretty good.
OnlyFans is comprised the majority of your feet.
That's pretty good.
The majority of the OnlyFans is comprised of your feet. Hides under a blanket, grabs phone, and cries ugly tears. Leave the Matrix alone.
2 weeks in a row, we used that and it worked.
I know that. I'm
done.
telling you that meme is just going to like live forever, or just on our channel alone. No, but Ariana is kind of blowing up right now. You know, she had a big kind of like spurt for a while, kind of fell off for a little bit, and now because she's doing Wicked, you know, I think everybody's just like, oh, we need to capitalize on her kind of star power right now.
It's because she's popular.
Oh, nice. Good.
Nice.
Good.
That's good.
I would say good callback not to our show, but to her career.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Even
Yeah, we
Matt,
got Matt here.
well done, sir. Well done.
It was the shoulders. It was the popular.
God, but my tacos are on the table. All right, let's go ahead and move on here.
All right.
I'm in a
and
musical mood. I like this.
Yeah, he's just gonna sing it all, put it
Alright.
all on the table.
And in other news, Nolan is Oppenheimering the budget.
Ah,
Christopher Nolan is known for his ambitious filmmaking, but his upcoming adaptation of Homer's The Odyssey is set to be one of his biggest and most expensive film projects. The film has been given a massive $250 million production budget, which makes it one of the most expensive projects of his career. This budget is in line with The Dark Knight Rises, which reportedly cost the filmmaker between $250 and $300 million. By comparison, other Nolan hits like Inception were only $160 million, and Interstellar was only $165 million, which seem almost modest by comparison. Nolan has assembled an A-list cast for The Odyssey, which includes Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Lupita Nyong'o, there we go, Robert Pattinson, and Charlize Theron. Production is expected to kick off in the first half of this year. The movie is scheduled for release in July of 2026. So, talkers on the table, what kind of Odyssey would you go on for $250 million?
nice. This Odyssey is going to be massively big. And it's just because, one, it's Christopher Nolan. He already makes things just giant. You give him a super inflated budget, he is going to make the most epic of epics.
Yeah.
And
so
for those of you
I'm
who
ready.
understand that reference, the Odyssey is the original epic.
It is, yes.
So
and also my name here is a Odyssey reference if no one got that yet.
Actually,
so, yeah.
Look at that cast though. That's $250 million right there.
I mean, it may have just been for the cast. This is a good point.
You know what? If you gave me $250 million, you know what I'd do?
Spend it and run away.
I'd go buy Fubo.
Fubo,
because that's what Disney
of course
would
now
do.
Hulu.
That's what Disney's gonna do. So I might as well do it because that seems like the best move ever.
James is like, I'm buying Fubo. It's going to play obscure sports like dodgeball and
pickleball.
Yes.
No,
like
what's roof ball? Is that the one that like is like a sport now?
Rufio? What'd you say?
Roof ball, like there's like it's weird. There's like this obscure sport where people just like throw a ball on the roof and they get points. It's an actual thing. They were trying.
I'm certain it's an actual thing.
They were trying to get it into the Olympics. It's ridiculous.
It's only available on the Ocho.
It's only that's what I'm trying to say is we turn Fubo into the Ocho.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend $250 million on a streaming service that is already doing what my current streaming service is doing.
Right, and then on top of that, in between all those, commentary from Distance Nerding. Boom.
Yes,
there.
of course.
Exactly.
We need that like intermittently. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so my what weapons do I want to go with here? My okay. You know what? We're gonna go with it. My very large one-eyed tacos are on the table.
Okay, the Cyclops, I get you.
And are being are trying to figure out what their name is. I don't know. I'm trying to get there.
It was a one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater.
Right, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, those tacos are on the table. I'm excited about this.
All right, Jahmez, where are your tacos at, sir?
I think I put them on the table for Fubo.
That's right.
I'd buy two Fubos.
Yes, they're going to Fubo.
Yeah.
And yes, for $250 million, I would probably also make an Odyssey movie, so I get it.
Here's my hot take.
Here we go.
Here's my hot take. My tacos are off the table.
Oh.
Because I think he's going to get a bigger budget than that.
Oh.
The reason I think that he's going to get a bigger budget than that is because one, it's Christopher Nolan.
It's a good
He
point.
is guaranteed in the box office just with his name alone.
Right.
Yeah,
And on
very
top
good
of
point.
that, I think that 250 million is massive for a movie, but I think they're probably going to invest even more into it for him to kind of do whatever he wants in general. And then it's going to have a massive marketing budget because on top of that, Nolan does not like doing anything digital.
Yeah, that's a good
Well,
point.
so they're building new IMAX technology for this movie for Nolan to use,
That's a good point. Yeah.
which I don't get. He's like, make the screens bigger. Is that like, what are
The
you
screen's
doing
bigger,
with IMAX?
right.
Is it
I
not
don't
big
know.
enough? I don't
Yeah.
get it.
No, like I said, I think he's going to get a bigger budget just because he not only does he not film digital, he films everything on film itself, but also, he doesn't like putting trailers out.
Mhm.
He doesn't do trailers online. If you guys remember Tenet, the Tenet trailer, you could only see before movies in theaters.
Mm.
You could not go online and find a trailer for Tenet. Right.
That is right. I remember.
Yeah.
And that also inflates the budget because the reason that so many companies go digital is because it saves a cost.
Mhm.
Right. In
Right.
this day and age, with the amount that a movie has to do and the marketing budget and everything like that, I think he's going to get more.
Oh yeah. Okay. You know what? You have won me over to your side.
Yeah, and I know that
Yeah.
Universal is going to pay for it because Universal is just going to be like, we're not going to say no to Christopher Nolan.
To Nolan, right? Exactly.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan is like the guy is a guaranteed box office smash.
Alrighty, let's keep it going.
All right. Great.
All right.
And of course, from one Odyssey to a much smaller Odyssey. I can't say I remember no At Hatton.
I can't say I remember no Ad Hatton.
We'll work on it. Star Wars Skeleton Crew nears its conclusion. A rumor has surfaced about the show's characters potentially jumping to the big screen in Dave Filoni's highly anticipated Star Wars movie. Filoni's untitled project is set to tie together the interconnected Disney Plus series, including The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, into a grand narrative finale. The crossover film could be assembling a broader roster of characters than initially anticipated, including some surprises from the galaxy's latest live-action venture, and maybe some of the Skeleton Crew themselves. So, talkers on the table, who do you want to see make the jump to hyperspace and to the big screen?
Neil.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
only one answer.
Yes, of course. Yeah,
It's the only answer.
It's got to be Neil. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Neil and
all his brothers.
Neil and that haircut. That's all we need.
Yeah.
We need to see it on the big
All we
screen.
need is just Neil.
It's all we care about. Neil's the only character that matters.
Yeah.
I want to see that hair on a IMAX screen. Maybe in the Las Vegas Sphere.
The special enlarged Nolan IMAX screen specifically.
Yes.
I
Neil
will
hair.
say that I actually would think that it would be dope to see SM33 just because he is kind of like a fan favorite character. I do like as much as we all love Neil, and Neil is like the reason we keep watching because he's like both adorable and annoying at the same time.
Yeah.
SM33 he probably has some of the funniest lines in the entire
I
show.
think he makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And this does all depend on how the finale goes, so
Yeah, like I said, like
Okay.
SM33 has some of the most the funniest scenes where it's comic relief, because it's they're action scenes and then he just gets shut down in the middle of a fight or something like that. It's
right.
It's pretty funny. And then seeing Jod would be kind of cool, especially Jod with the mask on.
If he survives.
Yeah,
If he survives the next episode.
I feel like Jod.
Watch the spoilers.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm saying
Jod
if he survives, I don't know.
He hasn't seen it. Actually, are you caught up, Shadu? Did you start watching?
No, I'm caught up until the last episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jod as a character, I think he would be a good villain. I don't want a redemption arc from him. I want him to end off the way I would like to see it end. No spoilers here because I'm speculating.
Yep.
What I would like to see is the end of the show, Jod doesn't get what he wants, but he gets like jettisoned or something like that, or he just gets fended off and just pissed off and regroups. Right? They better bring the rat in his eye over. They better. The rat is the best character. But
how
no,
come nobody's talking about young Cyclops over there? The kid who stole James Marsden's Cyclops goggles. No, nobody cares about that girl.
KB.
By the way, SM33. Do you know where the name comes from?
Yeah, it's Captain Hook's first mate, I believe. And
Yeah,
and Hook,
Shmee.
me.
Yeah.
I think it's
It's
pretty
cool. I did not notice that until like the third episode. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. So no, it's great. So all right, I'd be cool with seeing any of these people. But yeah, I'd be cool with seeing any of them. Really. Again, it all depends on how the last episode goes, pretty much.
Yeah.
For who has the potential to.
As much as we keep saying that these characters, you know who's most likely to end up in any of it is probably Wim.
Yeah, probably Wim.
And it's because Wim is the main character on the show. So you know, it kind of does revolve around kind of his experiences with everything. So right. I feel like if any character shows up, it's Wim and maybe a couple other characters around him.
Yeah, we'll see. Mm-hmm. I don't know. We'll see. So I would actually probably bet more on Jod or Smee just because that's. Yeah,
I would love to see Jod and Smee. Again, those two characters are probably my favorite characters on the show.
Yeah.
Character and arc.
Except for Neil, of course.
Yeah, Neil is just my favorite, like, you know, like heartwarming character. Like he's my Grogu of this show.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But like, you know, Grogu is not my favorite character on the show. Din Djarin is. So
right, of course.
You know, same thing. Like, you know.
Does this take place at the exact time as Mandalorian?
It does, because one of the pirate characters we saw in the last episode was the dude that they were fighting in the last season of The Mandalorian.
Right. Yeah. Right. I just didn't know if this took place before or after.
Hold on.
You know, the battle with
timeline wise, they said it's supposed to take place at the same time.
Got it. The Battle of Navarro. Let's just call it that, huh?
The Battle of Navarro. Of course, James, going back to the second episode? But young Phil, do you have a whole planet named after you?
Exactly. There's no young Phil planet. No young Phil sector.
Yeah. There's not a planet out there called Foray.
Yeah. Navarro. We got
Navarro.
This is not okay. All right.
All right, who got the next one?
All right, well, let's move on to the next story here. I'm very excited for this. Both excited and, I mean, I'm sad for what led up to it. But does Star Wars now have a Hound?
Woo!
Oh, guys, the loss of Ray Stevenson in 2023 was a shock to the fans after his awesome portrayal of Baylan Skoll in Star Wars Ahsoka. Such an amazing
character from that show.
Easily, you know, like one of the best performances out of anyone on that show. And that's not taking away from, you know, Ahsoka and Grand Admiral Thrawn and all the other characters that were in that show. With season 2 of Ahsoka in development, it appears Lucasfilm may have found a new actor to take on the role of Baylan Skoll. And that actor is Game of Thrones star Rory McCann. So dope. You know McCann. Yes, you know McCann from his role as the Hound in Game of Thrones. So good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like in real life, I don't know if his face is messed up. That's
not in real life.
But you know, like for me watching, like that dude has his face messed up. I bet the real actor has his face messed up. Like I'm keeping it kayfabe, you know?
I know.
Like, I think that's real.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of people who cannot picture Rory McCann without the massive burn scars on his face.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I
exactly.
mean. I'm all for this. I like this.
Sorry, Sack Deadpool said they need to bring Urkel to the films. That's right. I forgot Urkel is a character in this.
I'm not all caught up. So Urkel hasn't done more.
He's done more. He does a little bit more in the next episode.
In the next, okay.
In the last episode that just came out. So according to the
main
report,
characters. Wait, did he shoot one of the main characters and go, "Did I do that?"
No. According to the report, Stevenson's family has approved the recasting, which is something that will likely bring some solace to the fans torn over whether to continue Skull's story or not. So tacos on the table. Do you approve of the Hound joining the Star Wars universe?
Fuck yeah.
I was going to say, with the conversation we've been having even before we got to this point, I'm sure everybody's tacos are on the table for this.
Oh yeah, my morally gray tacos are on the table.
Yeah. Sack Deadpool's also saying he's for this.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think most people are for this.
Right. Well, not only this. So Rory McCann was also friends with Ray Stevenson.
Yep,
so
exactly.
there's also that. There's this whole thing about. I'm sure he's gonna want to do justice to his friend's character, but also Rory McCann is that good of an actor himself.
Yeah.
You know, like Ray Stevenson was an amazing character actor. The dude could, like when you talk about people, like when you talk about bad actors not being able to act out of a paper bag, right?
Yeah.
Ray Stevenson burned the entire bag factory down.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Like that man was such an amazing actor and an underrated actor. Like it just Balin Skull was one of those characters that kind of like further solidified how good of an actor he was.
Exactly.
I listened to an interview with Dave Filoni, and Dave Filoni was talking about Ray Stevenson, and he would say, like during the filming, Ray would keep coming up to Filoni and be like, "Hey, so Dave, I was thinking my character, Balin Skull, would act like this, and he would do this and do that, and he's like, Ray, you keep acting like Balin Skull is the hero of the show." and then Ray Stevenson turned and is like, "Well, he is the hero." He's like, and then Dave turned back to him. He's like, "This is why we hired you to play Balin Skull, because we love that thinking that you believe your character is the hero of the story." That's perfect.
Yeah.
But the thing is, again, there are rumors like going across online because the way he played the character, right? And that's the whole thing is you have to believe that you are the hero of your story, right? And in order for Balin Skull to work, he has to believe in the righteousness of what his actions are and what he's doing. And for him to take the character and say, he is the hero. He is the hero of the story. He dives into another level of this character. And it's the same thing with, if you look at the way that Rory McCann plays the Hound, right?
Yeah.
The Hound is one of those characters where it's like he starts off as a clear villain, and by the end of the show, it's like, well, no, he's not the villain. The dude is, he is probably one of the more relatable characters for somebody who is like, as brutal and broken as he is. He's what he's been through makes him relatable.
Right. And
aside from like you have a fucking zombie monster as a brother, but I mean, like,
right. I mean, besides that, but you can see there is a similarity between those two characters too.
Yeah.
In terms of their story and their development and all of that. I think that I'm so glad that they didn't take the Tarkin route again and try to like do a whole CGI thing. I think they learned their lesson.
Yeah.
I didn't do like a whole CGI thing where it's like, oh, we're gonna make it look like Ray Stevenson or whatever. No. They're like, nope, we're gonna recast this. We're gonna pick someone who we know has the chops to do it. Yeah.
I like
and and they look fairly similar too, and could definitely get to that point. So I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue.
Besides all the burn scars.
Well, I mean, save for the burn scar. Well, I don't know.
Hey, maybe he could be the Phantom in Phantom of the Opera with Rachel Zegler.
Fun
it's
fact.
Just called Phantom.
No. Fun fact: season 2 of Ahsoka is a musical.
Oh my gosh, how good would that be?
Yeah, I know, right?
I am not a Jedi.
Nor am I a Sith. But yeah, guys, let's continue on here.
Yeah. Oh, hi. So speaking of Ahsoka, we have more casting rumors.
Hold on. You said, "Oh, hi," and you just
Hello there.
You just missed it. That was missed opportunity all the way.
Kenobi. All right. Anyway, speaking of Ahsoka, we have more casting rumors. Hayden Christensen is expected to have a pretty big role in Ahsoka Season 2. Ariana Grande will return as the young Ahsoka, but the biggest news is that Ewan McGregor will reprise his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka encountered the Mortis gods in the animated series, so showrunner Dave Filoni recreating that makes perfect sense. Star Wars Celebration takes place in Japan this April, and we're expecting new details about both Ahsoka Season 2 and the Mandalorian and Grogu to be shared during this event. So, tacos on the table. Do you see Ewan coming back as Kenobi for one more time?
Oh my God. Okay, so when I read this, like when I read the headline, I was thinking, oh, Ewan's gonna come back and Ahsoka's gonna interact with old Kenobi. I didn't think at all that they would be like, oh no, we're gonna do a Ahsoka, Kenobi, and an Anakin storyline. You know, like do more of the flashbacks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all for that. I need that. I actually need that.
Yeah. And especially if we're doing flashbacks to Mortis.
Yes.
Fuck, man.
And then dealing with the Mortis gods. Like Ahsoka deals with
one of my, if not my favorite, one of my favorite arcs in Clone Wars was all of that.
Yeah.
Because it got into the weird, esoteric, magical, fantastical stuff that I love Star Wars for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the first attempt at like telling us more about the Force.
Right.
Than
there wasn't metachlorians.
Yeah, well, yes. But also wasn't like light side, dark side, you know, Jedi, Sith. It totally expanded how we see the Force.
Right.
So my tacos are on the table. This makes so much sense.
Absolutely.
And Ewan loves to play Obi-Wan.
He's already been like he has been campaigning for a second season of Kenobi.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which first of all they should give to him.
Yeah,
because I want to see him, talk with Qui-Gon. So we need to have a whole season that's just them like talking about the last
them two by a campfire
30 years or something. Yeah, it's like 30 years with his Yopi, just like talking by a campfire about what's happened over the last 30 years. Like, really, that happened?
Drinking blue milk or
drinking blue milk. Yeah,
free Cubas or free Tatooines or whatever they're called.
Cuba. No, it's called a Mustafar Libre.
Mustafar Libre. Wow,
Mustafar Libre.
No, actually, it would be a Kashyyyk Libre.
Kashyyyk Libre.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go.
Anyway,
Kashyyyk.
Yes, there are three tacos that are on the table. One of them kind of has those like blue noodles from that one episode of Andor. It's got kind of like that on there in the tacos. And there's one on the far right here. It's got like kind of a really some good like red meat, kind of whatever and all that. And then right in the middle is mostly purple cabbage. And so kind of have those three there.
Missed opportunity. Your red one is burnt to a crisp.
My red one is red one is currently on fire.
Awkward.
Yeah, and for some reason the taco is able to coherently scream, "I hate you!"
Right, and it also has like both sides of it are just cut off randomly.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, it's like a little robotic portion.
It's like missed opportunity, man. You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
If they bring him back, for Ahsoka, I would like to see, as much as we want to see Hayden and Ariana Greenblatt and Obi-Wan sharing screen like Clone Wars era.
Yeah. Oh my God, I want to see that armor.
Oh yeah,
I want to see. I want to see a new take on the live action Kenobi armor. I just want to see that armor updated.
Yeah.
My nipples just got hard thinking about
I'm sorry. I just realized something that's only tangentially relevant to this. I realized that the whole Mortis thing, which I'm sure this was probably explained, I've just realized it now. There's three Mortis gods. There's three of them. Right. I realized that Anakin was obviously the sun, was obviously the dark side.
Mm-hmm. Right. We know that.
Kenobi was light side, and Ahsoka was in the middle.
Right.
I don't know how I didn't realize that until now.
James, what were you saying before I
Sorry.
interrupted you with the armor?
Oh, I would like to see Ewan McGregor and Rosario Dawson share a screen, share an interaction between, an older Obi-Wan and some kind of, I don't know how old she would be, Ahsoka at the time, but just seeing them connect somehow, that would be pretty cool.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, we've seen Ahsoka and Luke. So I mean, like, I would like to see Ahsoka interacting with an older Obi-Wan.
Yeah. But this would all be, pre New Hope type thing.
Yeah.
But somehow getting them on the screen together and being like, oh,
I could see one of the visions kind of flashing between different ages or something.
That Anakin really got a hot head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I said, burnt tacos. God, someone burnt my tacos.
Did everyone do tacos? Speaking of,
yes.
Okay, great. Speaking of Filoni, good. We're good. Can I move? Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Go.
Speaking of Filoni, Lucasfilm's The Mandalorian and Grogu is shaping up to be a major event for the franchise, transitioning the awesome Disney Plus series to the big screen for the first time. In addition to Sigourney Weaver in a mysterious role and Jeremy Allen White for some reason being Rada the Hutt, now rumors have revealed new information about the lead villain in the film, Imbo, who is a fan-favorite bounty hunter from the Clone Wars. According to Harloff, Imbo is tasked with hunting down Rada the Hutt, who has been kidnapped. Again. Meanwhile, Din Djarin and Grogu are hired to rescue Rhoda, and that will set the stage for an exciting showdown. Dave Filoni will also return to voice the character of Imbo. Tacos on the table, is Filoni the hero and the villain we all need?
Hold on. So there was something that you had written in here. It says according to Christian Harloff is
according to
this.
I don't know. Maybe.
Because it doesn't show up anywhere before that. So I was like, wait, did Christian Harloff report on this? Okay. I still think that Jeremy Allen White is a waste as Rada the Hutt.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. If they're gonna do Rada the Hutt speaking Galactic Basic, that might actually be the first time that Filoni pisses me off in one of these series. Because like there's like minor things where it's like, okay, well that's fine. I mean, that fits. It works. I hate hearing Hutts speak Galactic Basic.
Yeah, the language is literally called Huttese.
Well, it's not just that. There is kind of in canon, there is an arrogance that Hutts have that Hutts don't need to speak Galactic Basic. That it is beneath them. That Huttese is superior because Hutts are superior to just your normal people.
Everyone else, right?
In the galaxy.
Yeah,
they are extremely arrogant, and Jabba the Hutt was extremely arrogant. Hence why he got choked to death by a hot chick with a fucking chain.
Exactly.
I mean,
as he deserved.
We all have our fetishes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he got killed by it because he's he was an arrogant prick.
Wait, isn't this the plot of the Clone Wars movie that first introduced?
Yeah, pretty much.
It is because
this is where I said movie is. Yeah, that's why I said who's been kidnapped again.
Right. It's
this guy keeps getting kidnapped.
Yeah, like this is the second time that Rada the Hutt is being is being kidnapped, and it's like, again, he was insufferable as a baby, and if you have Jeremy Allen White speaking Galactic Basic as a Hutt, I'm gonna be pissed at this. Yeah. But then at the same time, you have Jeremy Allen White speaking Huttese. As cool as the thought is, that's a waste of Jeremy Allen White.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He is too good of an actor for you to just have him play Rada the Hutt.
Right.
Interesting. Where are the tacos? Oh, Filoni.
My tacos are on the table. I mean, if they are reintroducing Embo, he played Embo in the series, so I mean, it makes sense for him to voice Embo in the show.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking of who Embo is correctly,
Embo was, was he a bounty hunter? I think he was a bounty hunter.
Yeah, he was a bounty hunter.
But he was also sometimes a good guy. Like they all work together somehow.
I mean,
like
they all most of the bounty hunters kind of were forced at some point to be.
Yeah, but he's the one with the hat.
Yes.
He had this
Okay, cool.
big huge
That
hat.
is what I'm thinking of. So
Yeah,
I do not have any tacos on the table. I do have tostadas that are very, very thick and kind of have like it's like a version of the guacamole sombrero from Despicable Me. It's like
Wow,
that, but it's
super
Embo's
racist.
hat. So, like, yeah.
But the other thing is like Embo's not the only Cuso that they've had in Star Wars because I gotta look up his name. In one of the brothers' name was or one of the brothers was a Cuso too.
Embo always reminded me of the way he threw his hat. He threw it like Captain America would use his shield.
Yeah,
like he'd throw it and hit something, and then it would come back to him and that sort of thing. That was like I was like, is that Star Wars Captain America?
More like Captain Hydra, but
what? That's fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
That's
I'm into this. I still think I'm still with you on What of the Hutt. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. But the thing is, they talk about it so much that it's pretty much there. So
it's pretty much there. I feel like, I don't know. Maybe we'll be surprised. Maybe it will be really good. I don't know. I honestly don't.
I don't know.
I do not know. I'm trying to be as cautiously optimistic as I can.
You know what's funny is I'm looking. Sack Deadpool said we all know that Jabba had a choke kink. He seems like the kind of person that would be a masochist. So I don't.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't put that past him. Or I guess he was only a person in a side scene that was in A New Hope, and then he became Space Slug in Jedi. But like, if you look at Jabba the Hutt in the original scene, I mean that guy looks like a masochist.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely got some shit. Yeah, not bashing it, but
no, we don't kink shame here.
He's definitely the kind of guy.
We don't kink shame here.
Didn't he have a big Craven the Hunter type thing, like his shoulder pads?
Like he did.
Oh my god,
he was killing space lions.
Space lion. Oh, Lothcats.
Oh, Lothcats. He had a Lothcat.
Lothcat pelt. Yeah.
Lothcat pelt.
Oh, that's dark.
Very dark. All right, we're moving on. We're getting out of here. All right. My Sony tingle is tingling, and it's tingling in a direction that I'm probably not going to be proud of.
Oh, your Phil tingle?
Probably not.
Tingling down? They got a pill for that.
Yeah. It's tingling down. Sony Pictures seems to be pivoting its Marvel movie strategy, moving away from its struggling villain-led universe to a fresh focus on the multiverse of Spider-Man variants. The rumor says Sony's future Marvel films will revolve solely around Spider-Man variants. Characters like Spider-Gwen, Spider-Punk, Spider-Ham, Spider-Man 2099, and even Kane could take center stage alongside the likes of Spider-Woman and other spider-themed heroes.
Like Madam
So tacos on the table. What do you think about this possible new direction for the studio, and how is Sony going to fuck this up even more?
Yeah.
I like it. My tacos are on the table for this one. I do think they're going to be like, hey, Lord and Miller, tell us what we're supposed to do. We're just...
Whether
you write it out or not,
hope they learn from DC. I don't think they will. I hope they learn from DC where it's like, look, this person or these people know how to make movies. Let's ask them what to do.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing at what Zach Deadpool put in the chat.
Oh, you have to read it now.
That's happening because of a lack of oxygen. Oh my god, that's so bad. Yes, that is why Spider-Verse 2 is on hold indefinitely. No, I this is my problem with Sony is Sony tried to go a direction where it's like, okay, we're going to introduce a bunch of villains and do Sinister Six and have them fight Spider-Man. Didn't work out because they don't know how to write fucking villains. And now their shift is, okay, well, people want us to do more Spider-Man, so we're going to do more Spider-Man movies, but Spider-Man adjacent characters and do all this. They're also not going to do these correct characters any justice because they don't know how to write these characters.
Yeah.
And it supremely pisses me off that Sony Sony does this because they think that they're going to make money. And we continue to show them that you are not going to make money. We are going to make sure you lose money because
I
you
like money.
make this money. Money. I like money. I don't have confidence in Sony. They've disappointed me enough that I'm not confident that they are going to do anything well with these properties.
They do.
Unless,
Deadpool's right down here. Yeah.
Unless Lord and Miller take up the entirety of Spider-Man, which I don't know that they're going to allow them to do. They're already meddling in Spider-Verse in Beyond the Spider-Verse and not allowing them to do the story that they want to do to the point where they have to rewrite the entire story. I do not have faith in Sony. Sony is the problem to me.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is the problem. Like, I do like the idea of like, okay, let's get away from the villains. Let's go towards Spider-Man variants. You know, we can tell, you know, Spider-Gwen stories. We can tell, you know, maybe Miles Morales stories or whatever else.
We're doing the Spider-Man noir thing. Yeah.
I get it. That being said, this is going to wear out quickly. Like, because they set it all up is that all these variants, all these Spider-Verses, that they all have the same beats. And they've already exploited those beats. It's like, okay, you're a normal kid, and then you get bit by a spider, you lose your Uncle Ben, or you lose your Aunt May, or you lose your dad, or whatever. It's the same beats. How are they going to do this over and over and over again to farm out these spider variants?
Yeah, and they also tried to do a variant movie in Madam Web, and look how well that went.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And you know, they kind of, you know, went big already with Beyond the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse, excuse me, because they already blew up the Spider-Verse and said, here's everybody.
Right.
Come check this out, you know? So I don't know.
Like, there are characters that haven't showed up again that were in the Spider-Verse movies that I would like to see more of, but not by themselves. I don't want to see an entire movie about fucking Scorpion.
Right.
Do I want to see that version of Scorpion fighting Spider-Man again? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, do I want to see a more nuanced story about Scorpion fighting Spider-Man? Yes. Do I want to see that version of Rhino fighting Spider-Man? Yes, absolutely. Do I want to see more of Aaron Taylor Johnson and his abs as fucking Kraven the Hunter? No, I don't.
No.
I don't want shit to do with anything that they did with that movie. They can take portions of that and kind of like pieces of what they did with that. And if they tell a good Kraven the Hunter story and actually have him, like, make him comic book accurate, then yes, I will be more interested in that. But at the same time, as a side story in a Spider-Man movie, Sony just does not get it. Sony does not understand. We don't want these standalone side stories that they don't know how to write, especially when they're trying to do these movies without Spider-Man. It's like, I don't want this shit. The only reason that we're interested in 90% of these characters is because of Peter Parker.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know why they don't just do a Spider-Gwen trilogy. Just like go ham into that. Maybe bring Spider-Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should focus on Gwen Stacy and that universe and why Gwen Stacy is Spider-Girl or Spider-Woman. You know, give me a full-on Jessica Drew. I want to see a full-on Jessica Drew. If you're going to do spider-adjacent characters, I want characters that don't have the typical Spider-Man beats.
Yeah.
Zach Deadpool saying a Spider-Ham trilogy. Yes,
Yes.
I want to see that.
For that.
Definitely.
I'm in for spider bacon. I'm in for spider pork chops.
Yeah. Well, I feel like a Spider-Ham trilogy would just be like 3 Charlotte's Web movies.
Right. But I mean, like Spider-Gwen, I'd like to see Jessica Drew. I would love I think the one story that they could tell potentially, I can't say that they would, but potentially could do well is Ben. The Scarlet Spider.
Riley?
Ben Riley. If you do Ben Riley, like Ben Riley has a very unique story in comparison to the other versions of Spider-Man.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I would like to see that, but at the same time, don't do Ben Riley and say, oh, but we're going to separate it from Peter Parker. Ben Riley is intrinsically connected to Peter Parker. You need him in that story.
Yeah.
Connected.
Yeah. But I mean, like, Ben Riley is a clone of Peter Parker. So how are you
spoiler alert? Come on.
But it's a comic book. Ben
Clone
Riley,
have feelings too. Come on.
but I'm just saying, like, he's a clone. So the whole thing is like, don't fucking, like you have to at least mention a cloning program and Ben Riley being a clone of Peter Parker and that whole thing going on from there, or do a Spider-Man 2099 story, because that is a completely different story.
Yeah.
He is not even the same type of Spider-Man as Peter Parker. Miguel O'Hara is a spider vampire. We need that.
Right. That'd be awesome. But again, then it'd probably be like Morbius again. So,
Just don't do Morbius. Morbius is so I'm just, again, this is why I think James already knew I was going to go ham on this.
Spider-Ham specifically.
Spider-Ham on this. It's just like, again, the reason that I harp on this, the reason that I always go hard on this kind of thing is because Sony disappoints me so much and Disney has to make up for it all the time.
Yeah.
And the only time that Sony impressed me with something, they are now for some reason putting their hands in it and meddling with it and saying, no, we don't like this story. You need to rewrite it. No, let Lord and Miller tell their story. Sony is not the reason that whole franchise is successful. Just like Fox wasn't the reason that Deadpool was successful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. You got your Jabba tail waggling. Let's
I was about to say,
down.
yeah. Sony is a hut.
Definitely.
They have the arrogance of a hut.
They do.
Okay, let's keep it going.
Let's move on.
So my sticky webby tacos that are split into a million pieces are on the table. Anyway, that's the point.
There you go.
Sounds disgusting and it needs to be cleaned up.
You better hope that spider webs.
Yeah.
The way young Phil's been talking, careful of those tacos. Okay,
that is definitely spider webs coming out of Jabba the Hutt.
Speaking of variants, well, sort of. A new rumor sparking, gonna ignore you. A new rumor is sparking speculation and conversation about Marvel fans hinting that Marvel Studios may be focusing on recasting T'Challa's son rather than T'Challa himself for the MCU. Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
The idea of recasting T'Challa was first reported by Hollywood insider Jeff Schneider, who suggested that the multiverse firmly established in the MCU, Marvel might reintroduce the character. Marvel's focus is not on recasting T'Challa, but on casting an older version of T'Challa II. I think Toussaint, right? I think that was the kid's name.
That was his code name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Toussaint as the next Black Panther. This would allow the franchise to honor Boseman's legacy while advancing the stories through a fresh perspective in the films like Black Panther 3 and Avengers. Kind of interesting. Tacos on the table. Are you okay with the direction for Black Panther?
What do you guys think?
I don't know. I like it. I think it'd be cool. I mean,
He's like, whatever, Black Panther. Okay, cool.
No, I really loved both of them. I don't know. I think Shuri was a good Black Panther. I think that there is a lot more of her story to tell as well.
Mhm.
I do think it would be interesting to have this kind of maybe a dynamic with both of them.
I can see the Hall
Yeah.
H trailer scene where it's the two of them in their Black Panther costumes and like landing and then just looking at each other and giving a fist bump before they walk
Yeah,
into a fight.
this is what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
think that's what we should go for. And we should definitely open up multiverse stuff and whatever, which I think is kind of something along the lines of, we were talking about that Killmonger variant of Black Panther. There could be a whole thing like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My tacos are on the table for this because I think this solves so many problems that they had, because Marvel, Disney, they want to tell Black Panther stories, whether they're, you know, right now or in the past. I mean, we're getting Eyes of Wakanda. They want to tell Black Panther stories, but
Yeah.
you know, with the tragedy of losing Chadwick, I think they felt like there was no place to move the stories or the Black Panther story forward without having Chadwick, you know, and they didn't want to dishonor his legacy.
Right.
But I
Right.
think this solves that.
Yeah.
By pushing those stories forward. Maybe he's part of, you know, the Young Avengers or whatever it may be. You know, we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah,
But you
we'll
know,
get to
it freshens the whole Black Panther mythos again, and they're able to tell more stories. You know, we talked about Denzel coming in. I think last week we talked about it, and like, what does he play? Maybe he plays some sort of mentor for, you know, Toussaint or something like that.
Right.
So I'm all for this. Talk is on the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's my take on this, and it's not like a crazy take or anything like that. If they were going to recast T'Challa, they should have done it before the second movie. They did not. They went the route that they did. At the end, they introduced T'Challa Jr., T'Challa's son, Toussaint. And if that's the route that they decided to go to continue the legacy of Black Panther, then I think that this rumor holds all of the weight, because you need to age up T'Challa. And now you have a character that holds the legacy of Chadwick Boseman's character, but at the same time is a new character in his own. And it's a way to recast the character without ruining that legacy. Now, there are so many more stories that need to be told about T'Challa.
Mm-hmm.
Because T'Challa, there are ways where you can do it with Shuri, but the thing is Shuri has her own rich comic book lore and history, and you're taking away from those stories if you're focusing on telling T'Challa stories with Shuri, right? So I feel like in order to separate the characters, you can tell those stories. Now, rumor is, and we talked about this last week, but rumor is that what were we just saying right now? The actor who do we just name right now?
Man, you
Denzel
are
Washington?
smoking some Phoenix weed.
Oh,
it's hitting
wait,
you.
Wait, how many of those drinks did you have? It's like
4.
I think Cuba is free.
Yeah, I know.
Denzel
Washington. Supposedly, the rumors
Yeah.
Denzel Washington is playing David Monroe.
Mm.
Right. So that means that he is playing the father of Storm.
Yeah.
Right. And that leads into a story that I've been saying from the beginning that we need is the relationship between Storm and T'Challa.
Yeah.
Between Aurora and T'Challa. Aurora became the queen of Wakanda at one point.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like so what I was feeling before was Aurora comes in, meets Chadwick. If Chadwick were still alive, they have their relationship that causes Lupita Nyong'o's character to go crazy, and that's what gives her the path to become Malice.
Yeah.
Right. We don't have that anymore because we can't have that kind of like jealous relationship going on there. So what's the closest thing is you have Aurora and T'Challa Jr. develop a relationship, and that estranges Lupita Nyong'o's character, and again creates malice. But now there's a different kind of weight, because it isn't a scorned lover; it is a strained relationship with your mother.
Yeah,
and that becomes a very, very compelling story.
And she doesn't want to lose Toussaint like she lost.
Like she
T'Challa.
lost T'Challa, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so
All
like
right.
I feel like there are stories that need to be told. We still haven't gotten the War of Wakanda the way that we kind of were waiting for. We got a portion of it because we did get Namor and Black Panther, right? But the thing is we never got that Dr. Doom reveal that they wanted to do, and now that Doom is coming into the story, we can do that.
Yeah.
You know, like there are so many stories that need to be told, and aging up T'Challa Jr. is the smartest thing they can do. And that is my take. Tacos on the table. I know it took a roundabout for me to get there, but that is the end of my take. Let's move on.
My hidden hyper advanced tacos are also on the table.
Nice.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking the kid's got to be, by the time they get to Black Panther 3, depending on when they tell that story, that kid's got to be at least a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the kid was alive during the entire blip.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Well, it depends on also how young they cast Storm, too. So.
Yeah, right now the front runner, they're saying Cynthia Erivo really wants to play Storm.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that how old is Cynthia Erivo?
She's not 15. How about that?
Yeah. She is the same age as me.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So that would not be.
Is her birthday on February the 3rd as well?
January 8th. So she's only
January 8th.
Yay, happy birthday.
Yeah, she's actually only a couple months older than me. Or like 9 months.
Yep.
Older than me.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is Cynthia Erivo, as amazing as she would be as Storm, I've seen a lot of these like mock-ups of her as Storm, and she looks badass.
Yeah.
As great as that would be, she's way too old to play this version of T'Challa's love interest. It would have been fine with Chadwick Boseman, who at the time, like, if they started filming right now, he would have been like in his early 40s.
Yeah, it would have been fine.
So that would have fit perfectly.
Yeah, but we'll see. We will see. As I keep saying, we will see.
Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Again,
yes, definitely
fucking amazing performance, and was an amazing actor and a great, amazing person. And you know, yeah. So this T'Challa likes him older. Let's move on though, because again,
speaking of young people who may or may not become Avengers, champions assemble.
Why are the two chicks in the picture the two chicks that SHDU has the biggest crushes on?
I was going to make a joke about that after I read this. I was like, why did you do this?
Now somebody's Jabba tail is wagging. You know what I mean?
I hate that image so much. Last year, there were reports that Marvel Studios had abandoned plans for their Young Avengers team-up movie. Instead, the focus seems to have shifted towards assembling the Champions for a Disney Plus series. The rumored Champions lineup. The rumored Champions lineup, with news coming from insider Daniel Rickman, reports that the following heroes will lead the team: Wiccan, played by Joe Locke; Miss Marvel, of course, Iman Vellani; Hawkeye, Haley Steinfeld; America Chavez. Here we go.
You're close.
Hokitul Gomez. I think I got that. Cassie Lang, played by Catherine Newton, and Ironheart, played by Dominic Thorne. Notably absent is what?
I was going to say, so I know how difficult that is. It's Hochil.
Hochil?
Yeah.
Okay, so the ch is a ch, not a k.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, cool. Hochil Gomez. Notably absent is Eli Bradley, aka Patriot, Elijah Richardson, who was introduced in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So, Tacos on the table. Are you championing this new group as the next for the MCU?
I'm with it. Tacos are on the table. I think that this is because this is Young Avengers, and I know that the only reason that they're going with champions is because certain people at Disney are just basically like, oh well, we don't want to screw up the Marvels or the Avengers name, so we have to change it. We're gonna call them.
Why not? I mean, that's what gets people in theaters.
Yeah, but he thinks that if this fails, that it's gonna ruin the idea of Avengers, which is bullshit.
No, it wouldn't.
And on top of that, I just want to get this out because this will be short. Only reason I think Eli Bradley, Patriot, is not showing up in this cast yet is because I think he plays a role in Brave New World.
Probably.
So I think they're probably gonna he's probably gonna do something major in Brave New World, and they're waiting to see whether he takes, and then they use him as star power for the show.
Yeah. Okay, I can see. I mean, yeah, you know, I want to see this one. So yeah. I'm
not upset with that. Haley Steinfeld and Amon Vellani are both hot. So there you go.
Oh yeah. I feel like I can probably say that more in a more.
It's okay.
More than young Phil.
They're both in their mid-20s. It's okay.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
the whole reason why they're calling them champions is because they're not young Avengers anymore. They're not in their teens. Right. They're all older. They're all
what's young? Age is just a number.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming from the 21-year-old.
Yeah.
Almost 22.
Hey-oh.
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 So
Tacos.
I need
yes. My
you're making here.
My previously young but now slightly older tacos are on the table.
Oh man, that was definitely not the route I was hoping you were going to take there.
Wait. Hold on. Whoa. What joke did I miss?
Either way, those tacos are assembled.
Oh, I like it. Good one. Any other comments on this, guys?
Nope.
I'm in.
All right, let's move on. I'm actually really, really excited for this. Is Hulk going to the Thunderdome? He's already been to the Thunderdome, bitch. Director George Miller, the mastermind behind the Mad Max franchise, might team up with Marvel Studios for a film project. Word has it that Marvel has their sights set on him to direct either Thor World War Hulk, or Thor 5. According to recent Production Weekly listing, the project could begin filming as early as this year. The groundwork seems to be in place for a World War Hulk film. Leader and Red Hulk's roles in Captain America: Brave New World are likely leading to something bigger, and World War Hulk, a World War Hulk event could be a natural next step, considering that they've already partially done Planet Hulk.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's got a son.
Which is a character from Planet Hulk, which is kind of funny that they introduced Scar, but they didn't really do all of Planet Hulk. So but they introduced elements of Planet Hulk in Thor Ragnarok. So
right.
Tacos on the table. Will George Miller go green for Marvel?
Ooh.
I'm in.
Hey, it's my friend from work. Oh. No, I know him. No, it's I hope that he is directing a World War Hulk. That would be awesome. First of all,
yeah.
Second of all, because I do still want Taika Waititi to continue doing Thor stuff. I know I'm probably in the minority that actually really like Love and Thunder, but just I feel like we can keep on doing this. He's got a story he wants to tell.
Yeah,
let's finish this off at least. So I do hope they're doing the World War Hulk, and it would be. I don't really know that much about how World War Hulk plays out.
World War Hulk actually leads into Planet Hulk.
Ooh, okay. That'd be interesting to do it in kind of a reverse way, I guess.
Right. World War Hulk is what causes the Illuminati to jettison him from the planet.
Yeah, he's too dangerous.
Yeah,
I gotcha. Yeah. Okay. No, it sounds okay. I'm in. It sounds fun. I like the idea of having more Hulk. love the idea of kind of tying it all together. Again, we are getting Thunderbolt Ross again. That's going to be a whole thing. So yeah.
All I care about is if we get World War Hulk, we get the World Breaker, and we finally see that on film. And again, that is the Hall H, scene. Is you see Hulk's foot hit the ground and it just starts cracking in its place. Because World Breaker Hulk, if you're not familiar with that book, World Breaker Hulk is able to completely destroy a planet with a single step.
Oh,
It's the amount of power that emanates from him.
wow.
Right? That's how angry he gets.
Damn. All right. Yeah. I'm in.
So I'm all in to see a World Breaker Hulk show up, and him being so much of a threat that they form the Illuminati. Because remember at this point on this Earth, they don't have an Illuminati. The Illuminati that showed up in Doctor Strange was from another universe.
Right. Exactly.
So that this could be what forms the Illuminati in this universe.
And spoiler alert, they're all dead.
Yeah.
For that movie.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. My talkers are on the table for this. I
yeah.
think there's a couple things going on here. I think having George Miller come in and getting a big time director with some star power like that, so it's like the Russos can go away for a bit, instead of bringing in a lot of young directors. Having a big time director like George Miller would sell a lot for Disney to be like, everybody go out and go see this blockbuster film. And I had a question about this, but I think you answered it as you were reading it, because I was like, well, why haven't they announced this yet? Because this would be a huge announcement. But seeing what happens post Brave New World, I think is what you're saying is going to be key. On top of that, knowing finalizing the rights to get Hulk his own movie,
Right.
back from, was it Fox or Sony?
No, they're with Universal.
I think getting that all figured out and finally settled before they announce something makes a ton of sense. So this may be like, hey, we'll see what happens at the end of Brave New World. We're not going to talk about it until Comic-Con or D23 or something like that. And then that's when the foot drops, so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah. And again, that would be amazing to see that scene just show up. You have all these little action scenes and espionage type thing, and them kind of doing everything leading up to World War Hulk, and it ends with the Hulk it fades to black, the signature George Miller kind of trailer thing where everything fades to black, all you hear is the wind, and then you just see the Hulk's foot hit the ground and it just starts cracking with almost like magma coming up under the ground, because he's destroying the crust of the earth. And with that would be such a cool scene to see.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna say my red, green, and gray tacos are on the table.
Red, green, and gray. Oh, hopefully Gray Hulk shows up in this too. That's another character that we're waiting on too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then that all leads to Agents of Smash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of smash out this next one, young Phil.
Alrighty then. Because again, excited for this, because I'm excited for anything Wade related, and I'm sure Sack Deadpool has already creamed his pants. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, this one's just for you.
Get your special sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
There we go.
Hiding real pain.
Will it be time to get your special socks out? Because it is. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is gearing up for another powerhouse team up with the Avengers Doomsday. According to a rumor, fan favorite characters Deadpool and Wolverine could make their next MCU appearance in the next Avengers movie.
Woo.
If this is true, you can bet that we'll see Deadpool and Wolverine battle Doctor Doom alongside several other Avengers, and we might actually get to see why Thor is crying when Deadpool is laying on the back. Right? It's also not hard to imagine Deadpool making some cracks about Iron Man, starred Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom. And the film is going to be directed by Joe and Anthony Russo. So just imagine that action with Deadpool with the sensibility of Joe and Anthony Russo. Right. So tacos on the table. Will Dogpool also show up in the Avengers film? And will we get a reprisal from Nice Pool?
Ooh.
No nice pool. No nice pool in this movie.
He's not going to be another shield. He needs a human shield.
He does need humans.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
all kinds of Avengers be human shields. We don't need nice pool.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's
No,
your
I
tacos,
mean,
everybody?
Yeah, they're of course they're on the table. Why wouldn't they be?
Yeah, no, my
They're-
top
yeah.
table. 100% on the table with this. They've both said that they are going to show up in more films. Just they're probably not going to be Deadpool films. And again, I really, really, really hope that they tie in why Thor was crying, because he said specifically, like, they never planned on there being anything else past that scene.
Mm-hmm.
They said they filmed it and they just left it there, and they were like, yeah, no, the idea is to get people to be like, wait, I want to know what happened. What I want more from this. And then they're just never going to tell people what happened.
I wonder if they'll reference it. How fun would that be? Like, he's laying there and Thor walks up and he's like, and Wade's like, this is it. This is the scene. And then Thor just walking away or something, you know, like,
Right.
wait, what?
Wait, you're supposed to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? Yeah.
You know, I'm into this. I like it. I just think, how hard is it going to be juggling all the screen time that all these characters need? Like, I know we're getting Doomsday and Secret Wars, but seriously, like, are you going to have
Well, first of all, it's
Wait.
a movie as long as Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
right? But I mean, having Wolverine and Deadpool, wouldn't you want them to eat up some time and not just be, oh, they're in it for 5 minutes, they're in it for a battle?
No, I mean, because the whole thing would be like a gratuitous cameo inside of a fight. It's the whole thing with this is you juggle it the same way that Deadpool and Wolverine juggled it. Like, it wasn't a, they had a lot of cameos in that movie, but they weren't like, you know, you didn't feel like you were gypped.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah.
they're billion-dollar characters.
Yeah.
Granted,
So-
with Endgame, they did have to do that, and I think it worked out
Yeah.
fantastically.
And I think the Russos know how to balance that kind of thing. It's the same thing they did with, and almost every movie that they've done have had these kind of cameos in it. And I think it's, you don't have to have full-on scenes where, like, you know, all these characters are given like massive screen time. You know, like, even then, like, how do we know that they're not going to have Wolverine and Deadpool play a larger role and just kind of be like background side slapstick characters? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, you do like a Rosencrantz and Guildenstern thing with them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, how do you know Deadpool's not going to be walking
They're the
around?
MCU version of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine are dead.
But I mean, like, how do we
There you
know that that Deadpool isn't going to be taking the place of the comic relief that Robert Downey Jr. did in the first Avengers movies? Because remember, you're not going to have Robert Downey Jr. playing the good guy. He's going to be Doctor Doom in this. He might have some funny scenes, but he's not playing the comic relief the way that Tony Stark was in the first three Avengers movies, right? So who takes up that space? You could have Thor do some funny bits and whatnot, but Deadpool is going to be that comic relief.
Yeah, exactly.
And like 90% of those jokes are going to be like, why am I here? I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be here. Whose dick did I suck to get here?
Right.
Whoa, easy.
Well, no, that's a joke he literally made in the first movie.
Yeah.
Whose balls did I have to fondle to get here? I'll tell you,
All right, I'll
his
give
name
you.
rhymes with Wolverine.
I'll
Yeah,
give you that.
so,
Okay,
I'm
I'm
in.
into it now. I'm into it.
My adamantine encrusted regenerative tacos are on the table.
Something's encrusted. And that thing that's
Easy.
encrusted,
Get your special sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
it's the special sock.
I feel just like a little girl. And is everyone done their tacos?
Yes.
I mean, my tacos are on the table, 100%.
Great. Yep.
That they're going to show up in it. whether it's a small role or it's a larger role, I think that you're leaving too much money on the table if you don't bring them back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they have a smaller role or a medium role or a large or extra large,
You know,
or
speaking
even
of special
2X,
socks, if you want to get your own special socks, we got merch, people.
Oh God, you jumped ahead of me. You got merch, people.
And I stole it from James.
You
Exactly what I
did.
did
I
to
had a
you.
whole setup going.
I know you
we-
did. I saw it. I saw it coming. Somewhat like a special sock. I saw it, and
You engaged below the hard deck. We got merch, people. We got shirts, people. So if you want the black logo shirt or if you want the charcoal gray character shirt, all you got to do is DM us at Distance Nerding on Instagram. Tell us what size you're looking for, how many you're looking for. They're $20, 25 if we got to ship it to you. Like Sack Deadpool, you're here in Sacramento, $20. We'll hand deliver it to you. Well, Young Phil's in Phoenix. Maybe we run a Phoenix special. Everybody in Phoenix gets it for $20 right now.
Yeah, I didn't bring them with me.
Oh, great. Thanks a lot. You just ruin the margins on the Phoenix special. All right. So just DM us, let us know which one you're looking for, how many you're looking for, $20 each, 25 if you've got to ship it. You know, come on, hang out. You'll like them. They're good. They're good for cons.
Shout out
we
to
do
Stark.
not. Oh, sorry, go.
I was saying shout out to Stark's Comic Vault. I know she mentioned that we should have beanies, and we've been looking into that. So just know that we are looking into that.
Yes. I did.
And then next, of course, we should have spectral socks.
Special.
We are actually looking into special towels.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out.
Just have like James's faces. Just his face on him. It's just his face like zoomed in.
Well, we're thinking of like the John Cena towels, like the Never Give Up towels.
Yeah.
But it's just James's face, like.
I love it.
It'll say "Keep nerding together."
Exactly.
And then the faces.
Yeah, that's great.
It'll be beautiful.
Amen.
Okay.
Anyway.
That's merch. Come and get them.
Yep, that's
Come
merch.
and get them.
Keep going.
And unless you're in Phoenix, where Young Phil is, because then you don't get
Unless you're in Phoenix, screw you.
If you guys didn't see last week's picture that I posted, Sandra's saying that it needs to come with a detachable mustache now because of the pedo stash that I put on him.
Oh yeah, that's not good. No pedo stashes, please.
Oh, so good. All right.
Mainly because I can't grow one. You know, this is like,
can you not grow a mustache? Period.
This is like 3 weeks.
Like,
You see it?
3 weeks.
You
I
see it?
want to see James with like a full on mustache.
Yeah.
You see it? You could see it, right?
No.
You see it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, kind of. Okay. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
funny is like he like purses up his lips and all of a sudden he has like a little bit of peach fuzz on his face.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. Huh.
You can see it.
Yeah. It's kind of just take like a little makeup pencil and just kind
He's like the most Filipino facial hair ever.
Oh, thanks. Time for the schedule. Should we schedule something?
Yeah, so guys, the schedule: Tuesdays, the download from 6:30 to 8:30. Thursdays, the build from 6 to 7 Pacific Standard, and Fridays from 6 to 7 Pacific Standard. We do the download. Now this week on Thursday, friend of the show, Dees Casillas is coming back. So comedian and comic book creator Dees Casillas. He's got another Kickstarter going on. He wants to come on and just talk nerdy with us for 2 hours on Thursday. Friday we don't have a guest, so Friday we are going to be doing brackets galore, especially with the bracket right now. We need everybody there on Thursday, guys. Thursday,
right.
and Friday.
You got it. I will be coming to you from the land of no internet, but I will be there.
Yeah, we are doing best Star Wars character again. And Graveyard made a point of making sure that in the first round, Padme and Darth Maul are fighting in the first round.
So Padme will win again is the point.
If oh my God.
No. Ray.
Yeah.
Ray needs to win. That's what it is.
Ray
yeah.
beats.
Yeah,
Darth
Ray
Maul.
beats everybody. Yep, that's what we need.
Ray is the best character in Star Wars, is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the fans will say that. That it will be.
Don't do that to me. You just he's just baked in trying to disappoint me right now.
Darth Maul doesn't get his own movie.
Oh no! Rod of the Hutt.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm gonna stop.
Rod of the Hutt's the best character in Star Wars. I will.
Rod of the Hutt is the best character in Star Wars.
No. My reaction.
Played specifically by Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah, my reaction to that.
I will shoot your fucking cat.
Okay.
Anyway.
Anyways, moving on. That is our schedule for the week. Of course, SHDU. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Woo. All right, I am SHDU Studios on YouTube and on Instagram. I currently do Elder Scrolls content, TTRPG videos, lore from my own fantasy world, my own custom music, paranormal investigations, and so much more nerdy stuff. I am also on Frey's channel. We have a little series called Classified, where we take your favorite pop culture characters and place them into their respective D&D classes. Journals of the Ancestors replace Journals of the Classes. In that series, we will go over the different peoples, ancestries, races, or species that inhabit the worlds of D&D. In the meantime, we are filming Season 2 of Classified at some point, once Frey is better, of course. I am in the Distance Learning Sphere. I am on the Download on Tuesdays, the very show you're watching right now, the Build on Thursdays, and sometimes Fridays. And I am supposedly on Kyber Cave Productions.
Supposedly. Did you change the name? Wasn't it
Yes,
Journal?
we did. We changed the name. We decided that Peoples was not good. It wasn't snappy enough.
All right. Journals of the Ancestors.
Journals of the Ancestors, which makes more sense with how I'm trying to format it too. So,
I like
You know
that.
what I thought would be fun? Like I like how you're breaking down like the characters and their classes.
Mhm.
I think it'd be kind of fun to be like, here's a tutorial on how to play D&D. You know,
that's kind of what we're building toward.
I like
because
that idea.
We're kind of thinking, I guess, the big game plan, which this has only been somewhat sparsely discussed. The big game plan is to kind of go from, okay, we've talked about classes. Now we're talking about races or ancestries or whatever, and we're going to talk about stats, and we're talking about background and stuff. And so eventually, we can collate all of that and be like, here's how to create a D&D character.
Yeah,
and that is a good way to kind of introduce people to, okay, here's how to create a D&D character. This is how you play, essentially. So yeah, so we're kind of building to that, but getting the basics out of the way.
I like that.
So everybody can just be like, okay, I'm doing this. All right, I'm going to watch all of these to figure out what class I want. Okay, I'm going to do this and then this and whatever. So,
I think that makes a ton of sense, because then it becomes like a resource for people. But I think what's even
exactly
bigger
the point.
is that now that I've said it out there, even though you thought of it already, now I can take credit for when it does really well.
Of course.
I can take full
I
credit.
see.
So
Yeah, James is like, no, this was my idea the entire time.
I see what's happened. Yeah.
Proceed with the work.
Let me see what's happened. All right. Great.
All right, have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on, and if there's any other good ideas that I could take on my own, tell us what you're nerding out on the group, the Distance Nerdington Post.
Jesus.
I thought his voice was going to go out, man.
Jesus, we already talked about Jesus. Are you trying to resurrect Jesus right now?
CGI happening. All right. We're already talking about CGI Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to support Distance Nerding, the best way you can do that is to head over to distancenerding.com. Go all the way to the top up there, and you can hit that button that says buy us a taco. Buy us a taco. Join the taco party. I'm supposed to hit a button there.
Hey.
There you go. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, join the taco party. It's the best way to support us. You can buy us a bunch of tacos that will help us do more shows and get more prizes. And we've got a whole con season coming up, guys, and we want to give away more stuff because we want to make sure we're giving you all the fun stuff, guys. Oh, nice. We got them 10 subs tonight.
Woo. Nice.
Yes.
The DeLong said that they only need 14 subs to go, and I think they started with we needed 24. So I'm very happy that they got that many.
Yeah, definitely go and subscribe to the DeLong Fam Cosplay on YouTube if you haven't already. They do great work.
And if you are listening to this later, guys, or you're watching this on YouTube later, please support our friends over at DeLong Family Cosplay.
Yes.
That way they can start streaming and they can do a lot more fun stuff. Of course, like and subscribe our channel on our channel. If you're not already liking and subscribing on this channel, now's your chance to do it.
Yep.
Of course, if you would like to follow us on all of the social media places, wherever it exists, we are there, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow us, connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's never going to be X. Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Blue Sky, Discord, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and mandals, the beard, Jahmez's glasses, judging you for not buying all of the merch. All of the merch. Like all of it in one sitting. Including the infamous distance nerding cannon.
Yes. It's nerding cannon. It will tell you exactly what continuity you're on.
Not the right kind of cannon I was going for, but yes.
Oh, no. But, I mean, hey, you know what? It also shoots things.
No, it shoots the correct continuity into your.
Yes, it shoots the correct continuity. If you try to load the incorrect one, it's not going to work.
No. If you load the incorrect continuity, it just blows a hole through you.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. See again. And what do we call that hole? A plot hole. All right.
That's good. That's good. It's almost like this guy writes or something. Okay. And of course, everything SHDU does for money, to include the 3 penny opera.
Mm-hmm.
And a ZJ. If you don't know what a ZJ is, then you can't afford it.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go on incognito mode here. It's just
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I need an adult.
What?
I need an adult. I am an adult. All right. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to shoot us, if you would like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, or just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would consume us completely.
Oh, God.
Spit us out at the feet of CGI Jesus. Then you can shoot us an email at dist.
Well, I just figured out what a ZJ was. I'm not into it. So, all right.
Can you explain it?
Uh-huh.
Can you
Oh, yeah.
explain it?
I wasn't kidding. I got an incognito tab made. Yeah, just...
Let's play charades. Can you describe it to us?
I don't want to.
Oh. I guess
I don't...
consent is number one. So
yes. Consent is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And a ZJ does not involve consent.
No, it does not. I'm not entirely sure what the Z stands for, but I mean, it's
Gen Z, those millennials or whatnot.
It's not... James, I'm Gen Z.
Well, look who's taking offense to it. I guess it is a ZJ.
Oh my God. Okay, just so you know, that joke comes from a Club Dread movie.
Nice.
Also, don't take offense for an entire generation. You okay?
I must defend
one little joke.
The people of my generation.
He is the keeper of the Journal of the Peoples.
I am the keeper of the Journal of the Ancestors.
All right.
I am the Avatar.
He is the Avatar.
Listen, Gen Z, I'm your ancestor, okay?
I mean, you're not wrong. He is an ancestor.
I'm totally not wrong.
And it's nerding at AOL.com, and we will read it live on air.
Beautiful.
So that is it. Yes.
Everybody, thanks, and keep nerding together, unless you're from Gen Z.
Unless you're from Gen Z or you are CGI Jesus.
Yeah, or you're a CGI Jesus. Then.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. It is now time for the dance party, and I just realized I don't have anything to dance with, so
no.
I'm looking for Lolo's crucifix or
go get one of the
picture of
lamps.
Jesus in here.
No, go get one of the lamps.
Again, aside from James's facial hair, the most Filipino thing he said in a long time right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. What about Marvel Jesus? It is time for the dance party. Let's do this.
CGI Jesus.
An empty drink.
Here's my CGI Jesus.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Distance nerding.
You drink a lot, bro.
I can't get the lime.
A lime in the
I know that.
Cuba.
I know. I think that soured the experience a little bit.
Soured the experience. See what you did there.
Yeah. Okay, you're not gonna laugh.
Oh yeah, coming back. Give me the hot tag. Oh, CGI Jesus. Back. Ew, what's on that pillow? That's gross.
It's spooch.
Put away your black light.
We'll see everybody on Thursday.